Hello, I've just turned up at the homestead and it's picking to rain. So in anticipation of a heavy shower, I've brought my other camera. Always prepared, see? Well, tried to be anyway. So, welcome to Christmas Eve. When did that become a thing? I'm down here on this horrible day because some plants which I bought in the sale have turned up. But while I just uncover this, do people still give a Christmas box to, say, the postman or the rubbish collection people? The problem is, I would happily give £20 to the postman as a thank you. But the postman I've got now is not the postman I had in the winter or the spring or the summer. I've had about 8 different postmen in the time that I've been here. And is it fair to give something to the guy that's only been delivering my post in the last fortnight? And the same goes with the rubbish collection people. I looked out of the window this morning and they were completely different people that have been before. So do people still do things like that? Right, what's this? This is a free gift, this. Oh, narcissus bulbs, but this time tete-a-tete. Right, let's have a look what I've bought, because I can't remember. And there's no label on this as far as I can see, so maybe we will never find out. Any guesses? Ah, right. This is an hibiscus. Very nice. What else do we have? Something with a really heavy pot, I'll tell you that for note. And can you guess what this one is? Bit of a trick question, because this is hibiscus as well, but it's a different variety. This is called Marina. And what's this one with a very heavy pot? Looks like it's the same. It is. It's an hibiscus woodbridge. Well, so welcome to the National Collection of Hibiscus. So we've got 3 of them. And what do we have here? Guess what that is? It's full of buds. Ah, this is an azalea. I bought this one because it reminded me of when I went to Aberdare Park the other week. Remember? Look at that. Full of buds. Plan is to plant them today. And then what's this one? A rhododendron. Now why did I buy a rhododendron? Must have been because of the colour. But where did I think I was? Oh, I think this was due to go up by the pond. In that book I bought the other day, in fact I should have brought it down here, the waterproof book, the stone book, which apparently you can write in even if it's raining. I'm going to start using that book. So when I buy things online, I'm going to write down my thoughts at the time that I purchase. And then hopefully we'll have none of this me stood around going, where's this going to go? Something else I bought. I bought these because a lot of the things that I have bought are annual seeds. I wanted some structure. Now this, I do know what this is. This is a rose, and on the rusty allotment in London, my neighbour had this rose. In fact, there's 2 here. Here's one, which is a bare-rooted variety, so this needs to go in quite soon. And this is Rose Black Baccara. That's the one I'm not excited about. It's this one. If I can get it out. This one's in a pot. Now, if you buy them like that, they work out about £8.50 each. If you buy them in a pot, they're a bit more expensive. And I think this was £16, I want to say. and this is the hot chocolate one, which my neighbour had. This is on a neighbouring allotment, and they're giving up this year as well because they're moving abroad. But just look at the colour on this rose here. I've managed to find a supplier, and I've bought one of these roses for the new plot, and I will plant that during late autumn, and I'll talk about that a bit later on. But just look at the colour, it's beautiful. Thanks very much. And what I liked about it is the colour gets darker as the season goes on. And again, buds on that. But where I thought I was going to put a rhododendron, I do not know. So let me have a little think now of where these are going. This bit here is called the crown. And when I first started in gardening back in the 80s, the advice was to bury that in the ground. And then in the early 90s, the advice was to put it above ground. I don't know what the advice is these days, but I am going to go with what I know works for me. And that is the beauty about gardening. There's so many different ways to do things, and there's no one right way. So I'm going to put mine just slightly above the ground. The idea was, if it was below and it got diseased, then it wouldn't get as badly hit. If you put them too high up above the ground, they start to rock and then they don't get established. But that'll do me. It's just sat on the ground. And that colour will look beautiful in the summer, if we ever do get one. Summer, that is, not a flower. I've had to change cameras, so now I'm on the, it's not a I keep calling it a GoPro, but it's not. It's called Insta360 Ace Pro, but it's like a GoPro. And I've come onto this camera because, as you can see, there are misty mountains above. Now here will be a bench in time, so I'm thinking, where can the hot chocolate go? You look a bit on the slant there. Maybe it's a bit of Christmas cheer. So I'll put the hot chocolate, I think, here. That's the one thing that I don't like. Hot chocolate. Chocolate to me must be in a bar. Now this is in a pot, so it's a lot easier to put in the ground. Mind the stick, don't want that in the eye for Christmas, do you? Now, let's have a look how good the roots are. Oh, not very well packed, I must say. Anyway, it is what it is. No point getting upset about it, is it? There we go. Plant it the same way I did the other one. Get the boot in. And then I'll be able to smell that. Smell the roses. So I'm sat down with a cup of tea outside my bench. Pop the label in as well, because I'll forget what it is within a day or two, don't we all? There we go. with the hustle and bustle for Christmas, it's quite nice to come down to your allotment or garden just to get away from it all. Now, the azalea and the rhododendron, I bought these in order to recreate a bit of Aberdare Park, and the Aberdare Park section is in the corner there, where there will be a pond, and I'm going to try and make a waterfall. Now, how I'm going to get the water to recycle, I do not know. Look at that there. Looks like it's just been thrown in a pot. It's the end of the year, so you can give them a bit of leeway. Maybe the pot broke and they said just take that out and shove it in a new pot. So I'm not going to plant these today because I want to build the pond first. So I'm just going to pop them in the section. In fact, I'll put them on the bench, I think. So what I'll do is, for the time being, I'll just place them here. Oh, I'm fed up of putting this one up all the time. If I put that one in the corner there, and the rhododendron, this is I think the Christmas box. There you go. That's what that one is, and it smells absolutely gorgeous. I thought it was called winter box, but no. Christmas box, rhododendron and azalea will fill up this spot come next summer and make the whole space look really beautiful. Today's not a day for going up the mountains. Now, I can't remember whether I've told you this. The greenhouse was due to go down there next door to the shed, but because the wind comes over the top of the summer house, goes down there, bounces off the fence, that's not my fence, bounces off the fence, then goes down to the river. I think if I put the greenhouse there, it will be right slap bang in the middle of a disaster. So I've had a bit of a think, and I'm thinking about putting the greenhouse here. So this is all the London stuff I need to sort out. Mostly it's bits of wood which I can reuse. So I'm thinking about putting it here. So we'll end up with the greenhouse next door to the summer house. And I thought maybe long ways. So the door, I'll have to go down by the side of the... So let me just show you. So I'm going to the greenhouse, walk into the greenhouse, open the door, I'm in the greenhouse. That's what I'm thinking. Because from what I worked out, the wind comes in this direction, goes. So if it's up here, I should be okay. It's at this point in the future I cut to a piece of video where the greenhouse is destroyed. And then, by being here, it'll be in full sun all day, so I'll have to keep on top of the shading during the summer. The shading in the summer. It's a bit of a joke, isn't it, when you consider the summer that we've had. I was saying to somebody the other day, London, I found over the last 10 years, was too hot. Down here, it's a bit too lukewarm. Not hot enough. Maybe I should move to somewhere between Bristol and Swindon, and then maybe I'll get the best of the weather there. Right, let us have a look now what I am going to do with these hibiscus. So this is the Woodbridge variety. I liked what somebody said the other day. I can't remember who said the comment, but I quite liked, she said, you need another shed. One shed, the summer house for entertaining, the potting shed for making your cups of tea and doing your notes and things. And she said what you really need is another shed to just put all your tools in. And I thought, you know, that's a good idea. It doesn't have to be big. It could be a 4x3. And I thought this corner would be a good place to have it. Down the edge of the path here, and then it could frame the bed. So with that in mind, this hibiscus I think would look quite nice in the corner here. Right, before anybody asks, that's not mine, that's next door's. So it's up to them to collect them until I snap and then throw them back over again. So I think the hibiscus, because if you've got really good ground, hibiscus will grow to about 6 foot tall. So it could hide the shed perfectly. And again, I could wait until the end of the sales. The winter sales will be coming up now. But to be honest, I've had so much hassle with sheds over the last year. I think this time I might give it a go at building my own. Because I'm thinking, if it's just 4x3, then it shouldn't cost that much. Right, the roots are a bit tangled here, so just tease the roots out. There you go. Pop them in, and then that can romp away against a future tool shed. See, it's nice to do this in the winter. Gives you hope that there's going to be a tomorrow. Store that away. There we go, and that'll have nice soaking in now with the rain tonight. Where the others going though, I do not know. So I've just remembered one of the other hibiscus was going against the shed here, but because the greenhouse is now going here, I could still put one in the corner. That would be quite nice, but seeing as they're in pots, there's no big rush to put them in. So I think I will leave these. I'll take the plastic off, make them breathe a bit, but yes, no point throwing them in when they don't have to go in just yet. They'll be happy in those pots for at least another month, and I'm hoping that the weather in January will change and we'll get some good weather. The thing is, I don't know what the weather is like down here. I've only been here for a year. What is it, a fortnight's time I've been here for a year? You need a good few years, although some of the locals, they tell me that the weather over the last few years has been not that great. The best summer, they said, was at the start of the lockdown. So therefore we should be due a good summer. That's what I'm placing my seaweed on. 3 years bad, 1 year good. Isn't that the old saying? Now in London I got quite good at working out the weather for the year ahead, because whatever the weather was on New Year's Day seemed to represent the summer. Right, I'm going to put that over there because I've just realised that I will mix up the labels, and I do like to know the name of things, and for this instant it would be good to know the name of it because of the because of the colour. And then look on the side of the pot, blue. So what colour is this then? I think it's pink. See, there's nothing there, so in fact, where's the label gone? Oh, I don't know why I'm down here though. I need to clean the house because people will be coming to visit me over the Christmas period, and I've got food to make for Christmas Day. So Christmas Day, I usually do a live broadcast round about 11 o'clock. This year, I'm thinking about starting at 11, but I'll cook my dinner so you can watch me live. Now, usually I would have a chat with you as I'm doing the live, but this year I think the stress of cooking my dinner, that I'll try and talk to you as much as I can, but I've got to focus on turkeys, get that cooked, do all the veg, because I've got some people coming on Christmas afternoon to enjoy a bit of Christmas cheer. I wasn't going to drink all that bottle of champagne by myself. Did you think that's what I was going to do? One glass for me, and anyone's. Right, let me put these down on the bench with everything else. Do you ever get songs stuck in your head and then you can't get them out? At the moment I've got Marina going around in my head. Maria, aqua marina. No, I don't know if you're like me, but I can imagine the garden already finished. Quite good at visualization. And now that some structural plants are going in, then hopefully you can see the same thing as well. Right, the rain is starting to get a bit hard now, so I'm going to head home. So I will catch up with you on Christmas Day for a live at 11 o'clock in the morning. Don't be turning up at the night, because I would have been gone. So, a Merry Christmas Eve to you all, and may you have a happy and healthy New Year. And if you're by yourself, then join me on Christmas Day and we can bird my turkey together. I'll see you tomorrow. Merry Christmas.